Yeah.
All righty. And then, so let's go. Hey guys, does everybody know how to mute yourself?
You can just,
if you go on to your,
you can just click here.
Well, I want to give them the power to unmute themselves. Oh, John, we can see you. There's Sun.
Yeah.
What's up, Sally? All right, guys. So yeah, go ahead and mute yourselves. And what we're going to do, because it's our first team call, and most of us haven't really ever met each other. So we're going to have some time where we're going to ask you guys to kind of come off of mute and introduce yourselves and kind of share how long you've been coaching, and if you have a weight loss story or an amazing story, or everyone's story is amazing, but if you feel like sharing your story, to do that. Just to kind of get acclimated with each other, because that's why we really want to do these weekly team calls. So we really kind of, it becomes intimate and it becomes more like a family, because that's what our goal is. And we really want to grow together as a team and a family.
Yeah, and I think Shelly really nailed it there about the whole intimacy thing. We offer so many different things, trainings, a lot of support groups, a lot of things that go on. But it can be a little overwhelming, especially being the new one, you know, on the block. So I really want you guys to feel like our group is a really safe place. So if you have a question and you don't want to put yourself out there and you feel like, well, I don't want to be the one to ask it here. This is totally, you know, where we want to really get comfortable with each other, really get to know. I don't know some of your faces, so I'm really excited to get to know you guys, you know, all a little bit more. You guys all have something to write. I know, John, you're driving, so I'm gonna give you a pass, but I'm sure you already have all this information down anyways. But there's a couple things that we wanted just to kind of go over.
Introduce yourself first, because some people don't know who you are.
Sorry.
Let's be professional with our first kickoff team call.
All right. Well, I'm Gabriel, also known as Gabe, and bring me some water. That's what I'm also known as early in the morning. But anyway, so Shelly and I started program a year ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
This month. And I'm down a total of about 56 pounds.
Wow.
And it's been really, really exciting. I'm just in a whole different place. For those of you that didn't know me, John, I don't think I knew John before, but I wasn't much of a participant in the family. I went to work every day, and I got home and I was extremely tired. I have a really long commute, and getting home to this firecracker here was not what I wanted to do every night, because she had way too much energy. I wanted to go to bed, but you know, she'll go into a little more of her story and why she had so much energy at 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I was really tired, and I was just really distant, and doing this program, one, obviously got us to sit down and actually have a meal together, which was actually really nice, because that's something that we really didn't do as a family. And it gave us some common ground to really talk and get to know each other again. And it wasn't all about the kids. We had something, a little bond that had developed through this program, as silly as that sounds. And then that just kind of grew into, you know, different things. And I started to notice, obviously the weight coming off, but a lot of the mental weight started to come off. And that was only about a week on program. And then 2 weeks, 3 weeks on, I looked a lot better. I felt a lot better. And people were actually happy to see me. People were happier to be around me. And that mental weight that I've lost has been one of my most favorite things. And then also sharing this with you guys, with clients, and just my excitement is just so much more involved now that today I said hi to a driver that I have every day, and I love his attitude, and I say, hey man, I just love seeing your face. How's your day going? And his first thing was, man, you look great. What have you been doing? And I didn't even want to even talk about program. He's that guy that just has that smile that you just want to, he lights up a room. He's just a really great kid. And he was just really attracted. He says, man, I just, seeing the way you've transformed and how happy you are, I want to know what you're doing. And I was just so excited to say, well, guess what? I did, you know? So it was a lot of fun to share, but I'm just in a really good place physically, mentally, financially. And I think I'm a a true example of what this program can really do to somebody's life. Just excited to be here tonight with all you guys as well.
Woohoo! Woo woo! Awesome. It's been such a whirlwind this last year. I'm Shelly Garcia, and for all those guys that aren't on and one day are going to be watching our videos because they're going to want to use them for trainings because we're going to be that amazing guys as a team, right? But we are so excited because our team is growing at, what's that word, exponential? Is that? I play charades a lot, guys, for those of you that don't know, to find my words. But we're super excited for some of the new coaches because we have coaches that aren't necessarily now direct under us. Our coaches are actually bringing on coaches. So again, I'm Shelly Garcia. Like my husband said, we found this program a year ago. And to say that we were financially drowning was a nice way to say it. I don't think we had made a mortgage payment in a year. His company sold, the employer had sold with no notice. And within 6 months, the new company had cut his income in half. And he was the sole provider. So at that point, our credit cards were maxed out. We used to tell people, and you know, a really big thing, like never look at someone who has money or who you think doesn't need this for financial reasons, because people put on a facade and they put on that mask and you get intimidated. But the thing is you don't know what really is going on behind closed doors. And we were a mess financially.
But we looked ideal.
Oh, we looked.
To be us.
Yeah, we looked like, oh my God, they're so amazing. Yeah, okay, we were a mess. So with that said, it was interesting because our mentor health coaches, who will actually, one of these weeks we'll have on as a guest to share with you guys, they never approached us, but we were on their list. It was kind of like a chicken's list because they looked at us and they did exactly what we're training not to do. And I ended up reaching out because of a car accident. I had gained some weight and some inches. And I knew right away that I saw this as a financial way that I could bring home money, because I was working part-time at a restaurant. So there went my weekends with my family. And then I was a glorified custodian at my kids' middle school, which nothing's wrong with that. I really did it with a servant's heart, but I got really tired of the way they spoke to me, how I was treated, and that servant's heart started really disappearing. But I needed that financially. So we really jumped in. In 3.5 weeks, I was down 15 pounds, 4 dress sizes, which is amazing. Results not typical, but definitely possible. And like he said, he was down and he didn't struggle with blood pressure anymore. But the most exciting thing is that immediately we were kind of like ignorance on fire, and we were just running around. And sometimes I feel with some of my coaches, I try to like reel them in just a little bit, like, ooh, slow down just a little bit. That was us. We took off right out of the gate, and we wanted to share this with everyone. And so it was kind of like ignorance on fire, you know, which I rather have that than knowledge on ice. So we just went full blown out, and our lives are unrecognizable. Within 6 months, we exceeded his full-time income, and our goal is to bring him home between August and the end of the year. So it's really exciting, guys, that, you know, we're now paying off debt. We're being able, the fact I was in Orlando this last weekend, we're going to Havasu, you know, just our life is looking so much different. So we're just super blessed. And we, to tie that all in, we were just at a leadership retreat where we took 23 of our coaches who earned, and really we had qualifications. And again, it was a leadership retreat. And these guys earned their spot to be there. And we really just intimately trained with them and loved on them. And the neatest thing is 2 of our coaches, John Leach and Francis, came to us and said, okay, guys, I know we're growing fast and we want more from our leaders. And so that's how this weekly team call was born. So we can kind of give them some credit for that. And we're so excited. So because we have such a huge vision for our team, and going to go global this last weekend, which was in Orlando, where only you have to earn to go there, or qualify, I should say. And I think as you're in this organization, any organization that you're in, and you see those people at the tippy top of the company, you kind of get starstruck, and you get nervous, and you're kind of like, oh, I can never be that way. And the coolest thing about being there this last weekend was really realizing that they're just normal people, kind of like how Gabe and I look at ourselves, or how Francis Delgatti, John Leach, Sarah Javahari, just normal people that are just doing extraordinary things. And so I really left there with such a hunger and a want that our team can do this. It's just these amazing leaders that are where they are have just helped more people. So really came home with a passion and a yearning and a desire to really grow and just love on our team as much as possible, and just offer that accountability and that training on more of an intimate level. So yes. So what I want to do is, because some of us haven't met each other, I would love if you guys can take yourselves off mute. I'd love for you guys to just maybe just raise your hand when you're ready to go. Just introduce yourselves. Maybe how long you've been a coach. I know there's a couple coaches on here who are brand spanking new. And if you don't necessarily have a weight loss story just yet, maybe just share what really led you to make the decision to coach. So, John, I'm going to make you go first.
All right. Well, excited to be on this call tonight. Really excited to be able to see everybody and get to start really knowing the whole team. I'm John Leach. I've been a coach since last October, and I started this coaching and program simultaneously. I bumped into Shelly and Gabe a few times in passing. They're good friends with my sister, and they were living out loud, and I kept hearing little pieces of their life, and debt being paid off, a job being quit, and at the time it was more of a wish than a real vision, but it always been to be able to really get to stay home. I want to stay home with my kids and with my wife, and I've always had a desire to do that. I work 50, 60 hours a week, drive 10 hours a week on top of that, and I never saw a way out till I heard Shelly and Gabe talking, and so when I came to this program, it was wanting to understand healthy finances and what that was about. Of course, I didn't know the term at the time. And as they began to tell me about that, I got excited about the idea of helping others. And in turn, I thought, well, if I'm going to help others, I want to know what this is all about. So even though I thought I was pretty healthy, I thought, okay, I'm going to do this program. And that's when my life changed. I had no idea how unhealthy I was. The healthy habits, the whole idea of micro habits and teaching people how to be healthy, how to change how they're living their life, that whole healthy mind that Gabe was talking about, that's really what was ingrained in me as I lost weight and gained energy. I learned to live a brand new life that brought a whole change to my attitude, my confidence, my self-esteem, my mood, how I interacted with my family, my coworkers. People, eventually they commented on my weight, but they were commenting on my attitude, my happiness, my confidence. That's what they saw first. And so this program has been amazing in so many different ways for me. All the ways that we talk about. The trilogy is my life. That's what what it brought to my life. The full trilogy. I'm blessed to be a part of this team and to have mentors like Shelly and Gabe. And like I said at the beginning, I'm really excited to get to know each other. I think this is a great place for us to be, to lift each other up, hold each other accountable, and really be there to encourage and support and help us all grow and make our visions a reality. All right.
You always are so just on fire. I want to put you in my pocket and take you out when I need some encouragement or to brighten up my smile. So let's go. Hey, Francis, can you unmute yourself? Are you good to go? We don't care if there's kids in the background. You got it?
Yeah, sorry guys. My daughter's
fine.
running into McDonald's to go to the bathroom. So, oh no, did I just lose you guys?
No.
Hi. So, hi, I'm Frances Delgatti. I've been coaching since October. It's been awesome. My story is a weight loss story at first. I was pre-diabetic, had high cholesterol, and Shelly kept doing her posting thing, and I called her saying, there's no way I'm going to do this. And sure enough, I've been on program, and I'm down about 35. So excited. And then just needed I needed a purpose and motivation in life, and we're looking to get a house. We're looking for a little extra money coming in, and so I knew that this was my ticket in, and it has blessed us so much so far, and so I just can't wait to just keep doing it and blessing more people. So that's me in a nutshell.
Nice. I love
in McDonald's parking lot.
So Francis, just so you guys know, our laughing joke is that she doesn't really have good Wi-Fi at her house. So this girl is so committed that she goes to the McDonald's down the street for Wi-Fi, and she'll buy an iced tea so she doesn't feel bad for stealing their Wi-Fi. So she's literally building her business in the McDonald's parking lot. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get customers, people. Just trying to get clients. Just kidding.
I love it. Well, Blanca, why don't you go ahead and go next?
Okay, so let me try and unmute myself here.
You're unmuted.
You're good.
I'm unmuted.
Nope.
No.
There you
Now? Okay. Well, my name is Blanca Sanchez, and I was told about this program by my eldest daughter, Chabeli, and she has some weight to lose, so I thought I'd join her because I had to lose weight as well. So she's lost 25. Her boyfriend's lost about 26 or 27. I've lost 23. And really enjoying this. I'm a little slow. I'm not out there trying to get people every day, but I really enjoy helping the clients that I do have. I have 2 other clients. No, actually 3. My youngest daughter as well. And I'm really enjoying helping them lose weight. And, you know, we're all in this together. So I'm really enjoying the process, and I'm enjoying Shelly and Gabriel and all their help and advice, and I'm really grateful for everything you've done.
Oh, we love you, Blanca. And you know what? This is such a perfect testament, guys, to we really coach you at the speed that you want to go. And it's really just in time training, not just in case. And so I know we've got 2 brand new coaches that we're about to hear from. And so it's really just where you want to go and how you want to build this business, because this is your business. And we go as fast or whatever pace that you want to go to. So
yeah, and Blanca's actually just joined Facebook, so she's really like done. We pushed her little nudges, but so proud of the growth and the smile and the energy and Facebook is just another platform to expose that big heart you have. So
Thank you. Well, I'm trying.
I love it when I see we post something and liked by Blanca. Like, oh my God, now she's on it, not even working anymore. You're at work, you're on Facebook now like everyone else.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, Miss Sally, let's hear from you. I had the pleasure of meeting Sally today on our coach training call just a couple hours ago.
Hi, everyone. So my name's Sally. Hi, John. I came on to the program through John, and I know John because he's my brother-in-law's brother. I used to live in California. I live in Kansas now, so it's like 10:20 at night here. That's why I'm in bed.
Good job.
And I've only been a coach not even a week yet. Friday will be a week since I signed up. I definitely came in on fire, like ready to go. So I'm thinking fast paced for me, but then I kind of get overwhelmed because now I have 3 jobs instead of 2. So I'm going to try to go fast as my life really allows it. But I wanted the program for finance part of it because I don't want to have 3 jobs just to make ends meet. But also weight loss is another goal of mine as well. And for my full-time job, I honestly help people. I'm a family service worker for a Head Start program. So I'm already helping families reach their goals and give them resources and what they want to do. So I feel like this is a lot like it, just in a different way. And I'm also just at a point in my life, even though I'm young, but I'm at a point in my life where I feel like that there's just more. There's more to going to work and, like Monday through Friday and punching in the clock and waiting to get off of work. And I feel that there's just more to life, and that I also feel like that I need to be doing more, that there's more that I could be doing, and that, God created me for something more. And that's just what I really feel in my heart, that I'm trying to find like my passion and my purpose. And I think it might be here, and I'm really excited about that.
Wow.
That's awesome, Sally.
I love it. I love it. You know what? You're way ahead of the game. I don't even know how old you are, but just though hearing you speak and like you said, the passion and that there's more. I at 41, I didn't know there was more. I thought that was it. So just the fact that you actually have that open mind, sky's the limit.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know for me, when you're in elementary school and people say, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, I never knew. And I know for me at like 36 years old, I still felt like that kid that just didn't know what I wanted to do. And then when we found this program and you start getting those text messages and those phone calls of people thanking you for helping them, and all of a sudden it just hit me one day, and it was so emotional that it was kind of like, okay, well, it took me 36 years, but I finally know what I want to do when I grow up. I'm a health and wellness coach and a business coach, and I'm helping people build their dreams into reality. So I'm so excited for you, Sally. It was so fun meeting you today. So, all right, last but certainly not least, Miss Sarah, let's hear from you, Mama.
Sure. So I was just watching all of the posts on Instagram, and I think it was when Shelly had mentioned that she had been in it for a year that I was like, private messaged her, and I was like, okay, how you doing? Like, you got to like give it to me raw on like, is this worth it financially? Because we're at a place in life, it's a really weird place because I've never been here before, but like I have 3 teenage boys and they're all independent now. And we've got one going off to college, and now my youngest one's going into a private high school too. So we're faced with 3 tuitions, which we've just never had 3 tuitions. And also having the college tuition is like, it feels like 3 in 1, like it's just massively coming our way in like 3 months. So I feel like I looked at this when she told me like how much money she was bringing in. I saw this as an opportunity, and I thought, okay, I'm going to wrap my head around this, but I'm going to try and do it. And I'm a risk taker, I do. And at the same time, I feel so ignorant right now, but I don't look at it as like I can't do it. I just look at it as I don't know yet how to do it. But it's funny because I feel like I need a class on finances. So I'm looking at this as a win-win, because if I get to the point where I can help somebody, that's going to mean that I actually know how to control my own. So I'm kind of looking at this as it will like self-soothe, and then I'll just give back and regurgitate everything that I'm applying to my own life. I've never really dealt with a weight problem or like even like anything as far as weight goes, but I'm already talking to my husband about getting on it, because I'm like, like, you're going to be my first protege, because if I'm going to be a health coach, then you got to like be on program. So that's where I'm at. I'm excited. I'm new, but I know nothing. So I'm kind of diving in and see where this takes me, because now that the boys don't need me, I've got all this time on my hands, and I'm a photographer and I love it, but it's also just, I still have time on my hands. So that's me.
I love it.
I don't know if I was more shocked about you have 3 kids and 1 in college.
Yeah.
That's what really shocked me. Oh my goodness.
Well, and Gabriel was actually my first client.
Yeah.
So
a little reluctant at first, but
yeah, he was not happy because he was so traumatized by my first endeavor. But he's on board now.
Yeah.
I'm hoping mine will get on board. I've already been like giving him a little,
Yeah. And you know what? We can throw him into Journey to Health, which you don't even know what that is yet, but we'll throw him in there so he can see all the before and after pictures and everything. And then he'll be like, maybe.
I love it.
But you know what? Husbands, it's so, like I said, I was just at Go Global, and 4 women that have been coaches for almost a year, their husbands were with them. And it was kind of like, where you whisper in the corner, like, oh, I see your hubsters is with you. And she's like, every single one of them, they were starting to come around. And by the end of Go Global, our leadership training, they were like, okay, we're on board. We're doing this with you. We're going to make this happen. And we were just giggling, saying, sometimes the husbands just take a little bit longer to come around when it comes. So, but
I'm a little traumatized. So.
Yeah, a little traumatized.
It's all good.
So, well, oh my gosh, well, so exciting. And what I'm so excited, guys, is that this is our first team call, okay? And over half of us are not on. And what I love is that we were kind of talking about what day, what time, what day, what time. And we finally just looked at each other, and you need to start it and people will come. And the ones that really take this as a priority and really want to build their business, they're going to show up. So really, guys, like, I'm so proud of you guys for making this time. We're going to be here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Some nights will be shorter. Some nights we will never go over an hour, because I do respect your guys' time. But we just want to really fill into you, and the calls are going to look where we'll have guest speakers. Even you can private message us if there's some things that you want to train on or want to discuss on our team calls, and we'll make sure to acknowledge those. But, our business is really going to grow depending on what we put into it. And again, we're going to go at your pace, and your pace is okay. That's what makes you perfect in every way. But just, we want to give you the tools and the intimate time to really grow financially and in a health-wise. So I think we talk a lot about our whys and, what we want in our life. I mean, before you guys start coaching or even your program, we really talk about the why before the how. I know Sarah, Sarah was just like, no, okay, tell me, financial. And I'm sitting there, well, what would it mean to you nope, just tell me. So, but I love that fire. But we really want to find out the why before the how, because a lot of times you're going to have to, as a mentor coach, and as you start bringing on your own clients and your own coaches, you're going to see that there's times where you have to really kind of muster up and remind your client or your coaches of why. Why did they start? Because a lot of times it's so easy with the craziness of life that our whys really get put on the back shelf. And so that's why, really fast, I just want to go through. Does everyone have a pen and a paper? Really fast? It's not going to take long. So I really just want to go through, it's called a structural tension chart. And that saying structural tension chart, I've been coaching for a year, and I can honestly tell you just this last weekend, it actually made sense to me of what that really means. And that's why I really want to do this with you guys, because it's amazing. It really puts your goals and your reality into perspective. And I want you guys, and I'm actually going to post like a nice printed out structural tension sheet so you guys can print it out and fill it out, and then you can post it on your mirror, by your desk, wherever you're going to see it, because it really just puts your goals and your priorities into perspective. So if you guys have a piece of paper and a pen, I literally want you to take that 8 by 10 piece of paper or whatever size, and I want you to break it into three thirds. Thank you. Not a mathematician at all. So draw 2 lines and break it into thirds. And what a structural tension chart really does is it starts from the bottom and it really works to the top. And so at the top of that paper in the first category that you made, I want you guys to write goals and visions. And then at the very bottom, so not the middle part, we're going to ignore the middle part right now. At the very bottom of the page, at the top third, 3/3, thirds, I want you to put current reality. I love you. Okay, so what we're going to do is in your current reality, I literally want you to write down your current reality, whether if it's in your business, in your personal life, what's really going on in your life that you want to see change, that you want to work on, and be, really be transparent with yourself. So just take a minute to kind of, and you can, after the call, you can even go back, like when I send you the nice printed out, you guys can maybe go more in depth with it. But I know for us, our current reality is that we're in a whole bunch of debt. We still struggle. We kind of look at each other like we're making all this extra money, but where is it going? Well, it's going towards our debt. But we're able to, at the same time, kind of save. But our current reality is that Gabe still commutes 4 hours a day. And he gets home at, 9 o'clock. He had to leave super early to get here tonight.
Yeah, I left before, 5:15, and I got here about 7:45.
Yeah, that's a current reality. That my husband's worth and value is worth more than spending 4 hours a day. What's another current reality? Our current reality is we are in our business. Where we're doing so well and we're growing, but we're so hungry. And so we've got big goals for ourselves, for our team, moving on to that. So current reality, and then let's go back up to the top, to your goals and your visions. And so these goals can be 30-day goals, 90-day goals, a year, but just kind of have some dates, and that'll be a part of the middle part. But write down your goals and your visions. Maybe do a short-term goal, maybe a couple 5-year goal, and then a 10-year goal.
And for you, Sarah, you have one in high school still, so you're gonna have some kids in college coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, I've got one going into high school, another one that'll be a senior next year, and then one exiting out of high school. So
Wow.
it's like,
You know what, Sarah, can I tell you, it has been so fun. Sarah is such an amazing photographer, but it has been so fun to watch your boys grow up through your photography. So,
oh, thank you.
I love it.
Oh,
You're going to
thank
become our team photographers. So
you. Sure.
let's just take a couple more seconds to get your goals and your visions. And then here, this is what we're going to do. in the middle, I want you to write action steps to be taken to accomplish your goals and vision. So action steps to be taken to accomplish your goals and vision.
And remember, these goals don't necessarily have to be, business oriented. It could be improving a relationship with a family member, a husband, whatever. So your current reality is like Shelly and I aren't getting along right now. My goal is to have that really good open relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So the action steps would be like, what do I need to do to improve that? Be a little more attentive. Little things like that you can work to. So it doesn't necessarily always have to be about business. Remember the analogy when you're on an airplane, when you hit turbulence or in case of emergency, the first thing they tell you to do is to secure your mask first,
Mm-hmm.
And then you can assist others. So this is just a way to really, like Shelly said, be transparent and really look at ourselves right now. Let's start focusing on what we need to do, so that way we can just be more effective and help, others as well along the way.
Yeah. So middle action steps to be taken to accomplish your goals and vision. And so what I'm going to do with you guys right now is I'm going to challenge you guys to schedule a Zoom with myself or your mentor coach and to go over those action steps, whether it has to do, and you can do both. You can do personal, you can do business, but I really challenge you guys to schedule a time with myself or Gabriel or your mentor coach to really go over, and we can really break down those action steps to get to those goals and to that vision, because it's very, very doable, guys. And when you put your why and your goals, and when you have your current reality right there in your face, it's really tough to ignore it, right? And again, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances is what we really want to go for with our team. And we're just really excited to watch, because you will only grow and be as successful in this business as you are willing to grow personally. And so, as soon as you want to grow personally, what happens? Obstacles start popping up. Well, they don't really pop up. Those obstacles have always been there. It's just when you ask to grow, they kind of get highlighted. And so we really want, as your mentor coaches, we really want to help you guys and equip you guys to handle those obstacles. And that's why embrace them. And that's why I'm really excited to start doing these Wednesday nights, to do some awesome intimate trainings on how to handle those. And that way we are able to, grow as much as possible. So
yeah, and sometimes it just takes that outside the box to really help you walk through these things, because some of these things are really so simple, but we complicate these things. So having that extra support, just like when we love on our clients and support our clients, we always have other people along with it too. So, just an added layer, and that's all we are here. And that's why we really wanted to have this meeting with all you guys, so we can really get to know and lean on each other for when we do need that support, and just be accountable to each other.
And to help, because really this is a team. This is a healthy family, and it's hard to lean on someone when you don't really know the person, right? And that's what's so awesome about, going, for instance, for Go Global, the training that I was just at, or convention, which we're going to talk about in just a second. You actually get to meet people, and you spend like 3-4 days with them, and you leave like, oh my gosh, I saw these people over Zoom, but they're so amazing. And you just feel like you have more of a family by meeting and getting to know each other on an intimate level. So we love you guys. We're so excited. We're going to wrap this up because we don't want to take too much time away from your Wednesday evening. But you want to go over, we've got some dates. So on that same paper with your structural tension, I want you guys to really, go over these first. We've got some rocks. And when we first started, we were like, what are rocks in your calendar? I don't know what that meant, but we've got some rocks to go over that we want you guys to put and really make a priority in, because again, this is your business. And in order for your business to grow, you need to invest in it. So,
yeah. So like Shelley said about the rocks, rocks are just something that we can put on our calendar. They're in there, whether you're a tech person and you have it scheduled in your calendar, there's something that's every day or every time, this hour, whatever the case may be, it's there. And with a rock, you can actually still move it. It's not a boulder, so if something does come up, you can move that around to somewhere else, but you're going to find that opportunities, but you always want to try to clear that time that you set out. And that's why we say put a rock. That's where it's going to stay, but it is flexible, but you want to make sure that when you do move something, you go back and you do, follow through with it. For example, Mondays is kind of a busy day on the phone call for trainings, but again, they're really important to be on, because again, the more the better you're going to be able to, serve others. So
we literally call Mondays like coach training day.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff going on. So Monday at 5 p.m. our time. Sorry, Sally.
Post Pacific Standard
Pacific time. There's the coach call with Dr. Anderson. Okay.
Who's Dr. Anderson, Gabriel?
Dr. Anderson is the co-founder of Optavia. Super knowledgeable, very personable, and just a really fun guy to be around to hear him talk. And what's really cool is that he's on this call every Monday, rain or shine, no matter what he's doing. This is about what we're talking about, the rock. He doesn't need to be here. The company is going to move forward and do what it's got to do, but he's that passionate about it that Monday is a priority for him. So it's really nice to be to jump on that and be a part of it. You'll really learn a lot. Again, we've been doing this for a year, and I still learn. I'm constantly learning and hearing new things from different people. So it's really exciting. 5:30 is new coach training on Mondays. Okay. Now that's they call it the starting point, and that's held every Monday 5:30. So don't feel that that Blanca, you don't have to get on, or John, I jump on. It's a really good point because we kind of start fresh. So Sarah, Sally, that's a great place for you guys because it really every Monday. They go over what new coaches need to start working on, because you don't have to wait to get your coaching kit to get started. You can get into action like you've been doing already. So Sally or Sarah, I'm pointing at you like you could know that I was pointing, but you can't see my hand. So yeah, but you. So that's a really good thing to be on 5:30, and there's different people that host it every week. So again, it's really informative. And then the 6 o'clock one is the client support, and that's basically with our team. And when I say our team, there's so many different legs under it, so it's all together on that Monday at 6 p.m. And again, so block out that 5 to 6 or 5 to 7.
6:30.
5 to 6:30. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I apologize.
That's okay. I'll beat you later.
My fault. But yeah, so 5 to 6:30. They're one right after another, so it's always good. Again, there are recordings for them.
And we'll post the Zoom. They're all Zoom links. We do so much through Zoom, so we'll post the Zoom links in our Healthy Habits with Us.
Yeah, so if you can't make it for one, or if you're not available, it's best to be present, or at least in a good place where you're going to, have that quiet time. But we all understand life happens, but try to get on within the 24 hours. It's really good to kind of get you in motion. And then we also have Wednesdays, which is today, our team call.
Woo woo! So it'll be our second one.
Yeah, so every Wednesday at 6 p.m. and that's going to be
8 p.m. Sorry.
Just kidding, 8 p.m.
I wrote 6. Sorry, I was getting all excited.
Shelly was trying to throw me off here. See if I was paying attention.
So 8 p.m.
So 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then Saturdays, don't get overwhelmed, okay? Saturdays.
This is the last one.
Boot camps, okay? 8 a.m. I'll always post the links every weekend for them. They're at 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's nice and early. And depending on where you're at in your business, I'll tag you, or Shelly will tag you in the Zoom link where you should be. So it's going to be a really quick click and be right on. And those are amazing because you'll start to see Shelly and I on those trainings. John's going to be leading the whole company pretty soon. Francis, on them. So, and we take turns because it's something that as you start to bring on coaches, it's good to be on because everything is duplicatable. We teach about duplication. So our coaches were on, we got on. Why we got on, we didn't know, but they told us to get on. And now we understand because we started to learn. As our team has grown, now our coaches are on, and now their coaches are going to be on. So it's about, you're not reinventing anything here. This is all duplicatable, and that's the key about coming together on Wednesdays to make sure we're on the same page. So super important. They're an hour long, but you won't regret it, especially if Shelly and I are leading it. They're amazing. More so when I do it. I'm a lot better.
Okay, so three more dates, and then we're going to let you guys go. Okay, so upcoming events, guys. And I post these in our team page, but I feel like sometimes you guys just kind of scroll through and you don't really, that's why I started making videos, because I think maybe you just want to see how silly and how much I mess up. But okay, April 28th coming up, the last Saturday of April 28th is our coach barbecue pool party. It's going to be at our global director, Justin Avini's house. It's just for coaches, and it's going to be Jamil Frazier, our presidential, is going to be there. And it's really going to be a great time for you guys to kind of meet the entire organization of our team, and just really be loved on and get some real intimate training. So that's April 28th.
And fun time too.
And fun time. I will repost that again. It's a Facebook event. So if you scroll up in our team page, you'll probably find it. May 19th is our Ontario event. So May 19th, the third Saturday. We normally do it the second, but because people are going to be in Punta Cana on their incentive trip, we're doing it the third. So May 19th, 8:30, put that in your calendar. 8:30 is registration, 9 o'clock is when we start. We do, AM. We do a trilogy presentation, which is really going through everything that Optavia has to offer: healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. We've got awesome people to share their stories. And then we do a short coach training after. So typically we're done around noon. And then this is the most important dates, guys, right here. July 19th to the 22nd is our convention in St. Louis, where every single person, every coach in this organization, it doesn't matter what rank you're at, it is a must go to. If you want to grow your business, this is definitely an investment that you want to make in your business and yourself personally. I know Gabe and I were brand new coaches. We were a month in, and our coaches told us, you have to go. This is going to help you. We came back on fire, and we just shot up, and our team blew up. So July 19th to the 22nd, we can give you a video on where to go on your page to sign up for that. We just booked an Airbnb. There are hotels there. So definitely make that a priority in yourself and in your business. And last but not least, guys, we're going international. They announced at Go Global that right now we just are Optavia in the United States. They announced that we are launching this year to Hong Kong and Singapore. So you guys are literally on the ground floor to going international. So really start thinking of people that you know, who they say that there's that 6 degrees or 7 degrees of separation. But guys, and once we go to Hong Kong and Singapore, we're going to start popping up in different countries all over the world. So how exciting is that? So I just wanted to make that announcement, and really think about that. Like missionaries, people, Facebook, and thank God for social media. It just makes it so easy. So, but let's wrap up. Do you guys have any questions, or are we good to go? Anybody? And what I want you guys to do is seriously private message us for anything that you guys want to talk about, discuss, train. We are totally open to just giving you guys what you need and meeting you guys at your needs. So
yeah, so whatever. If you have any new ones, if you guys have any questions about where do I find this or how do I do that, just reach out to any one of us, Sally, to John, to us. We're all available for any one of you guys. So don't feel like any question's silly. Because if it is silly, I'll tell you.
Oh
But
gosh. And really, guys, use our Healthy Habits with Us messenger group team page. Don't be afraid to like stick out a question there, because if I can't get back to you or Gabe, one of your fellow coaches will probably be able to answer that question. So I'd love to see that page get a little bit more interaction, and it's not just me posting by myself. But we love you guys, and thank you guys for taking a priority in yourselves and your business and each other by jumping on tonight. And we will post for Saturday's boot camp, and then we'll see you guys next Wednesday. That's good? All right, guys. Good night. We love you.
Night.
Talk to you later.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.